Yo, what up guys, it's Two Hands Good or Motofish here with Storm, Real Experience Ball Reviews, 12 Bagger in Coolwick, and the Bowling Factory here in Douglasville, Georgia, bringing you a ball review on the all-new Harsh Reality Pearl. The Harsh Reality Pearl, this features the Disturbance AI core in it, wrapped in AI outer shell of course, and we have, to compare it, the original Harsh Reality. After throwing these the other day, I think they compare each other quite well. I think they complement each other quite well. So we got a modified house shot out today. So if you guys enjoy, please like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the video. Welcome back guys. So we got the Harsh Reality Pearl here. I threw some shots to warm up. We're on a modified house shot again. I want to be able to give you guys the best visual for what most people bowl on in recreational events and league and stuff like that. So this ball's strong. We're gonna start on 20, because if I start anywhere right of 20, it's going to hook in my backswing. We're just gonna throw it to somewhere right of 10 and left of 3 is what we're feeling. I feel like that's a good plan. All right, despite not getting out of the thumb hole, I think we carried quite well. I catch in the thumb a lot. I gotta watch out for that. Harsh Reality Pearl, this thing's pretty good so far. I think it complements the Harsh Reality pretty well. I feel like I've been also sleeping on the Harsh Reality a little bit, but the best way I describe this is the way Scott Anderson described this ball is the first 35 to 40 feet of the lane, it feels like an exotic gem, and in the last 20, it turns into an altered reality and really turns. I think it hooks about a foot to 2 feet sooner than the altered, but I think it has a very similar motion overall. I think you can play like a similar line with them. So we're gonna try to get out of the thumb hole this time and actually throw it good. Just like that. Yeah, the motion this ball makes is very nice, I'm about to say. I love that motion, that get down the lane and turn motion. Trying to get my eyes not super fixed on that, because on tour we want a little earlier read. Despite this ball turning really hard down lane, it still reads pretty early. I can tell it grabs the mid lane really well. So that last shot we rolled a little bit. Let's come around this shot a little bit more. We're gonna stay in the same spot, and we're just gonna come around this ball a little bit more than we did on the last one. Yeah, this thing's a beast, dude. I really like how predictable this ball is. It's not super angular to the point where it's twitchy. It's just angular enough to where you can play, steeper angles with it, but it still has great mid lane control. I'll say I kind of expect, from the ball motion I'm getting out of this right now, I expect a lot of people would be using this ball on tour with how it hooks. So we're just gonna jump 4 left immediately. I don't even feel like we have to slow down a whole lot, but maybe a little bit. Just like that. Good Lord. Yeah, once this ball starts, it's not stopping. It's gonna go, and it's gonna drive off of the 8-pin off the pin deck. It continues very well through the pins. I'm really happy with the way it goes to the pins. For how hard the motion is off the spot, I'm very happy with how it goes to the pins. So if you are a fan of the Reality series, and you liked your Altered Reality, this is probably gonna be the next best thing. It's very similar to an Altered. The ball motion is similar, I feel like. We're just gonna jump another 5 left here. All right, we got that one to come off the spot. I don't think this ball is going to be I think you can use it for steeper angles when you want slower ball reaction off the spot, but like right now with how fresh this pattern is, clearly that's just not the line to play. I am super excited for this ball. I'm a huge fan of the Altered Reality. I've had like 2 or 3 by now. One always goes on tour with me, and I've actually had it on all my ball cards this season, so it gets a lot of use. So hopefully this new Harsh Reality Pearl can replace that for me, because I can no longer get Altered Realities. They're quite hard to find. Despite how good they were, they're quite hard to find. I just think the Harsh Reality Pearl is about 1 to 2 feet sooner than the Altered, and I think it makes a similar motion. I think the Altered is just a little cleaner. Gets a little further down the lane and turns a little sharper. But this ball seems to have no shortage of back end. We're gonna move back right to 20 here. Hit it. Oh. Off that shot, we'll move to like 22. That's a horrible rack. Should be decent. And there's the rack, as I said. I think compared to the Harsh Reality Solid, I think when your Harsh Reality Solid starts like going 10 pin, 4 pin, and then you move left into 2 pins, I think this is the ball you're gonna wanna get into, considering how much this ball comes off the spot. I'll say Harsh Reality is great for playing earlier, slower angles because it doesn't turn that hard. But I think this ball is gonna be your go-to when you need some more angle after the Harsh Reality. Definitely we're in a little bit of a spot in the lane. That one grabbed pretty early and rolled instead of getting down the lane and flipping. I would probably move a board left and come up the back of it a little more just to get it to face the pocket instead of flipping into the pocket. I'll say just looking for more mid-lane control. We're gonna go to 23 now. Just like that. Oof. Okay. That was pretty nasty. All right, again, we're on 23. We're gonna try to adjust off that light hit. Yeah, so skidding up the back of it, trying to get a little bit of a different ball motion out of it. I feel like with how hard this ball grabs the mid lane, I feel like you can really get some different reactions out of it. If you take your hand out of it and spin it, it's gonna get a little farther down the lane, it's gonna clear the fronts and turn a little sharper. You get up the back of it and whack it like I just did there, it's gonna grab really early and roll forward. I really feel like this is a ball we can get multiple ball motions out of and tricking it. You know, this is gonna be something that we see Prather way left with because it's similar to an Altered, but it's a little slower. So you can really slow wheel this thing without having a whole lot of like overbounce. It's really slow. If you just get it to carry, you're like golden. So definitely gonna be more of like a heavy oil ball. Like this weekend, for instance, I'm bowling on Dragon. So this ball's probably coming with me just so I have like mid lane control and a Pearl. I'd say I'm still gonna bring my Harsh Reality, my gem, and all my good stuff, but definitely gonna see this ball more on heavy oil patterns or like heavier house shots. We have a very dry house shot here at Southern Lanes. I would probably not be caught dead throwing this on our house shot, but because typically I throw an Ion Pro here with how dry they are. But about to say, typical Bolero shots are pretty heavy because they only oil like once a month, so they want the oil to stay out longer. So we're gonna try to push this ball up the outside a little bit. We're gonna try to get a little more on the shim line here though. I feel like that's good. I'm just gonna push this ball up the outside. Yeah, okay. So it carries quite well. Actually, I needed it to deflect more. All right, so we're gonna go to 24 here. We're gonna try to end on a good shot before we go to the raw shots. That's pretty good. Yeah, this ball just hits so hard. If you get the right angle going into the pocket, this ball is gonna hit hard. So that's gonna conclude the little informative talk portion of the Harsh Reality Pearl and first impressions. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to like and subscribe to Real Experience Bowling. But going into the raw portion, or the raw shots, we're gonna compare it to the Harsh Reality Original and the Altered Reality. So hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you guys in the next one.